Let's focus a little bit on the oceanography of South Australian Gulfs. Okay, and I'm talking about Spencer Gulf and Gulf of St. Vincent. Okay, we're talking about large inverse estuaries. And let's have a look. When you talk about a region or the oceanography of the region, the first thing that you usually do is you look at the bathymetry. Looking at the bathymetry for an expert, you already get a very good idea of the circulation, the flushing in a region. So let's have a look at the bathymetry. Here's the bathymetry of South Australian Gulfs, and you can see there are two large inverse estuaries. Okay, one is called Spencer Gulf, it's shown here. It's sort of a length of about 300 kilometers. And the opening, the mouth of Spencer Gulf is sort of 50 kilometers. The other one is the Gulf St. Vincent. And the Gulf St. Vincent has actually two openings, two connections to the ambient ocean. One is called Investigator Strait to the north of Kangaroo Island. And the other one is Backstairs Passage. The water depth itself tells you that these are very shallow systems. Okay, in the light gray shading, we're talking about water depths of around 20 meters. Okay, in some areas 10 meters or so. Yeah? At the connection to the ambient coastal ocean, the depth is about 50 meters. Okay, so now special features are there are so-called Deepsea Channels in these areas, although the naming is really weird. There are channels where the water depth is about 20 meters. It's pronounced here in the Upper Spencer Gulf. And because it's 20 meters, they're called Deepsea Channels. It's weird. It's far away from actually the deep sea. Okay, it's a very, very shallow system. Okay, and the Upper Spencer Gulf is located a long distance away from actually oceanic influence. Okay, so now you can already think about what are the wave influences. So if you have a big storm in the Southern Ocean, how does this storm and the swell generated by the storm influence the gulfs? Okay, and you can see that there's probably you can get a feeling for it. You can see because of Kangaroo Island blocks quite a bit of the waves that come from the open ocean. So it's actually quite tricky for waves, swell created in the open ocean, to penetrate, to reach South Australian Gulf. Okay, we talk about the tides, we talk about the general circulation, and I will illustrate the general circulation using a hydrodynamic model, a model that simulates the currents, the salinity, the temperature field, the tides. Okay, and then we'll talk about the flushing of the region. What's the flushing time? What's the water H distribution inside the Gulf? And we focus on the marine connectivity, but more on that a little bit later.